Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to North Star Dragway. It's time to go racing in this, the championship finals of the inaugural Funny Car Chaos Championship Tour. Our racing today is brought to you by Entech Oil and Lubricants. Our series brought to you by Best of Texas Barbecue Sauce and the Red Line Shirt Club. We have got a beautiful day at North Star Dragway. The forecast has been received. Partly cloudy skies and 100% chance of thunder. Nation, we're here at North Star Dragway for the championship finals presented by Entech Oil. This first championship tour in 2019 after a fantastic race up in the home state of these gentlemen that we've got Buzz and Mark McElwee with the Nitro Bomber team. Gentlemen, tell me and tell the fans what you thought about Funny Car Chaos each of the times that you've joined us.
Oh my, that's where he cut his teeth. I'll let him tell the story.
It's incredible. Great group of people. Just the noise, the speed, the fans, Chris Graves, what he's done, Dave, you guys, the way you announce, and the film guys getting everything caught on film, it gives me goosebumps. I'm living a dream.
Yeah, and what's really cool too is the tracks that we've gone to. We put him in this thing last year to cut his teeth, literally first time in the Nitro car at the cornfield. And you want to put somebody in the corn, you're going to do it. And this guy's the best driver in the country, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm pretty partial. But I'll tell you what, to cut your teeth in one of them animals, do it over there in the corn, that's a feat.
It is, and the place was actually named, Chaos in the Cornfield, and that was a terrific event. Now, you guys really had a good showing there with the runner-up finish, and had a little problem there in the final. Otherwise, it would not have been a lot closer. Yeah. But so tell us about coming down to Texas and deciding to be a part of the championship finals and bringing your friends with you. Tell us about that.
Well, what it really is all about is we were blessed to sponsor in the PDRA class called Open Outlaw, Pro Open Outlaw. And it's all about getting the following to support you as a group. Chris and Bubba, you guys, you've busted your butts for the last couple of years and then all year long in this heat. And I told Chris and I told my team, we're going to support this deal. We're going to go to Texas.
Fantastic. Well, we are glad to have you and I've never been to a place with 33 funny cars at one track before.
Norway.
Have you?
Norway.
It is so exciting to see the buzz, to see the buzz and hear the buzz that's out there about Funny Car Chaos. We've got a racer here from Sweden, of all places. Yeah. They shop in California, but they're from Sweden. We have people that watch Chaos from around the world, and man, it is so much fun for them to get a chance to see stars like you guys, and you guys are the stars bringing the power and bringing the show, and man, it is too much excitement. So tell me about the strategy coming down south. Have you raced in this kind of heat before?
No, I walked out of that motorhome Wednesday morning with my coffee with my buddy Eddie. I walked right back into that motorhome and went, oh my Lord, it's Texas in July. And they said, no, this is a little unheard of. But again, the drive down wasn't a big deal, 18 hours, and we take our time. But and we're blessed to be able to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, power Door Shield Coatings have provided the sponsorship for the event in Martin, and of course provides the sponsorship for the Nitro Bomber. And we appreciate the support of your business and all the followers that you have up in Michigan and the upper Midwest. But coming down to Texas, you know what they say down here? It's fall in Texas. You know what that means? Absolutely nothing. Yeah. It's still 95 degrees. There in Chaos Land, we're here at North Star Dragway at the Entech Oil Championship Finals of Funny Car Chaos, and I'm here with the guy who told me to call him Average Joe, but I don't think he's Average Joe when you see this funny car. Joe Lindbergh. They're based in California, but originally from Sweden. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
Well, south of Sweden. It's very close to Denmark and the rest of Europe, but south of it's called Helsingborg. But it's a good place, but we don't have enough racing. So.
Not enough racing over there. Well, we try to make up for it, and I'm so glad you decided to come over to the States and do a little racing. And we're particularly glad that you've decided to come to Funny Car Chaos. Thanks for doing that.
Well, it looked like a place to be at. A lot of racing, a lot of cars, and I think that's the place to go to right now. It's a very special thing for us to do. And of course we have a big toe so we can see some of the country too.
Right.
So now it's a good place, I think.
Very, very good. Yeah. We talked last night and y'all did the U.S. Route 66 trip across, and of course a lot of our races are on Route 66.
Yeah.
And but anyway, what are you looking for this weekend from the car? And tell us about your car. And
well, the car is a top alcohol car from the beginning, but we don't have the time and the funds to do a European championship. It's very, very expensive to do that. So I go for a Chevy blown combination that I think is going to last for a while, and try to be safe with it. And hopefully we're going to run down to the 4 rows, but you never know. But we can hope for it.
Well, you know what they say about North Star Dragway? It's where the fast go faster, so I hope you might get a personal best down here.
Oh, okay.
It's going to take, with 33 cars, it's going to take a good number.
Oh yeah. It's way bigger than we thought about from the beginning. I was expecting like 17, 18 cars or something, but it's double up, so it's going to be fun. A lot of neat cars, and the first time for me to run against the Nitro car too, so it's going to be interesting and a lot of fun.
It will be that. It will be that, and for your crew and your family that are all with you, we want to say thanks for coming out to Funny Car Chaos.
Okay.
And wish you the very best here in 2019 at this first of hopefully many events for Raw Valley.
Well, we hope so. We only need to find some money on the way, but who knows? We're going to try, that's for sure.
Sponsorship alert out there. You want a great looking car, great running car with international flavor? It's right here at the Raw Valley with Joe Lindbergh. Thanks for coming very much.
Thanks a lot.
And best of luck in the races.
Thanks a lot.
Nation, we're here at North Star Dragway talking to the pilot of the Detroit Tiger, Steve Tomozik, one of the 3 racers in 2019 that actually has 2 victories on the year. Started off with an A-field win at Havana and then a B-field win at Milan. It's been a good year for you in Chaos, Steve.
It has.
Welcome to Texas.
Thanks for having us.
We are tickled to have you and Buzz and the Team Michigan coming down to represent.
Looking forward to it.
And have you raced with with 33 funny cars in the house before?
I haven't. This is what we dreamed of. This is going to be awesome.
Kind of what we dreamed of too, if you want to know the truth of the matter, but it is so much fun. So tell us about your team and the decision to follow Chaos down here in Texas.
Well, we've been match racing funny cars for the past 10 years, and finally we were given the opportunity to actually have a venue to race at. It's awesome. It's what we want to do. It's what we strive for. So, yeah, Chris putting this deal together, just godsend, really.
Wonderful. Well, we have really enjoyed having you guys race with us. Now this is the fourth time, and so we want to wish you the very best. Thanks
Appreciate
for coming
that.
all the way down from Michigan. And are we going to see more Detroit Tiger in 2020?
Absolutely.
All right. You heard it here first, fans. So we'll see you at the Drags Funny Car Chaos Entech Oil Championship Finals this weekend. See you around. both cars into the pre-stage position. Nitro cars Flash of amber, green lights on both sides, and we've got a 372 at 2:01. Brandon Lewis bumps his way right into the number 2 spot in the Rodex Custom Coffee A field with the run they've been looking for. 372 at 2:01. And the Nitro Bomber goes 4:05 at 185.8 miles an hour. Tara Graves from Princeton, Texas, driving the Colorado Funny Car, the High Heaven. Yesterday, Tara ran a 4:19 in that Dodge Challenger body machine. Jordan's best time yesterday was a 4:04 in Blue Thunder. So the Dry Hop King doing the dry hops, getting ready to put that car into the stage position. Next pair down the ring. There they go. Baloo away first in the 4:04 at 178 miles an hour for Tara Graves. Another new best pass for her in this weekend's racing. And a 4:76 with a 7 for Jordan Baloo at 147.88 miles an hour. So Jordan's 4:74 yesterday will keep him where he was. About to get loud in here, race fans. We have got number 1 qualifier Alan Middendorf from Columbia, Illinois. Over there on the spectator side in the Skyler Signs lane in the American Outlaw. Resetting his own Series ET record last night with a 3.574 second elapsed time. Resetting his own record and adding 10 points to the total. As he's sitting on top of the list, he's sitting number 4 in the points coming into this event. And they came down here to win it, and they are serious. Will we see another record? We had a prediction that the mile per hour record could go down today. And it's held by the American Outlaw. We are ready to go racing. 4 volts. Goes the Outlaw. 3:58 with a 2, and we have a new mile per hour record. 227.16 miles an hour. Oh my goodness. $227.16 miles an hour, and we've got dust at the top end, which looks like the car may be in the sand trap at the end of the track. Wow. Emergency crews on the way to check on the American Outlaw, Alan Middendorf. Stage position. The rims come up with tire shake and tire smoke for the Mustang, and a 379 for the alcohol burner. Doug Schneider out of Milliken, Colorado gets it done. 2 parachutes blossom in that 195 mile per hour breeze at the top end of the racetrack to bring the car to a safe stop. And nothing but tire shake at the hip for Chuck Lofton in the motivation car. The Entech Oil and Lubricants Championship Finals of Funny Car Chaos taking place on a beautiful Saturday at North Star Dragway in Denton, Texas. And we are ready to go with our next pair here in 3rd round qualifying. Nitro Nick turns on the top ball. The back and black machine follows suit. A flash of amber, and down the track they go. It's going to be Bucket List getting there first with a 4:02, knocks 1400ths off of his best time from yesterday, 4:02 at 182. Steve Tomosik has the Detroit Tiger car. One of our competitors to have 2 wins here in 2019. Clay Cunningham looking to get into the 4-second zone. Unusual to say that. That car is usually a steady second performer. Last chance for these 2 competitors. There we go. That's what we've been looking for. 4:03 and 4:19 with 8:9. The Detroit Tiger car got there first at 177 miles an hour. 4.03 seconds improves his elapsed time. 4:19 for Clay Cunningham is going to move him into the Alky Digger B field. 3.87 seconds. That is the bump spot. It belongs to Ronnie Young in the Blue Max. Tower side. Joe Lindbergh from Speed. They run the car out of Los Angeles, California. That's a Pontiac Trans Am body with a supercharged big block Chevy for power on the tower side. Looking to pick up the pace as they went 466 yesterday. Right now the bump spot in the Alky Digger B field is a 431. Ran 4:15. That's got him on the Alky Digger beat field list. In the number 6 spot, they like to get that car under 4 seconds. He moves it right up in the stage position. Rams come up. Down the track they go on a Saturday afternoon. 398 at 202.3 to a 454 at 158.7. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 parachutes in the breeze at the top end of the racetrack, and the Raw Valley car goes 454 at 158.7 to improve. And talking about improvement, John Umlauf goes under 4 seconds for the first time at North Star Dragway. 398, 202.3 miles an hour. Paula Martin from Phoenix has driven a funny car for a lot of years. Ran 17 races at the big show level back in 1994. So knows her way down the drag strip for sure. The Nitro funny car out of Kaufman County, Texas, with the pilot from Phoenix, Paula Martin. Hard launch. Has to shut it off early as they're still working on sorting out that combination. At 560 at 91 miles an hour. With only 2 hits on the throttle. That's Nitro. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to North Star Dragway. It's time to go funny car racing on a beautiful Saturday night with the Entech Oils Championship. As we are going to crown a champion for the first ever Best of Texas Barbecue Sauce Funny Car Chaos Championship. Presented by Red Line Shirt Club. And we've got our first pair with the fires lit and the tires hot. It's Jim Chase from Bismarck, North Dakota, the Wicked Quick 57 Chevy. Going to be on the tower side in the Zimmer Kubota lane, taking on the legendary Blue Max, Ronnie Young between the rails, Rob Weber guiding him back, Terry Darby doing the tuning along with Dennis Peranio. We are getting close to launch. The Wicked Quick car is staged. Now the Wicked Quick at the top end of the racetrack. It's the Blue Max getting there first Oh my, are you kidding me? 6/10,000ths of a second margin of victory. If you came to see a drag race, you could leave right now because that was a drag race right there. You saw Jim Chase with a big starting line advantage. He's at 0.75 to a 1.47, and the Nitro car, the Blue Max, comes around at the top end by 6/10,000ths of a second to turn on the win light in the Skyler signs and advance to the semifinals. Mark Billington from Prosper, Texas, been known to break a few hearts right here at this drag strip, as he's got the Sons of Thunder Mustang. Ken Singleton, #1 in points, hoping to close the deal and leave this racetrack tonight as the champion. But he's got to turn on some win lights in order for that to happen. Singleton, 4 runner-up finishes in 2019, as they have had that Monte Carlo running strong, overcame a lot of adversity, including here this weekend. And they've got the Monte Carlo that qualified #5 at the 383, taking on the #4 qualifier, the Sons of Thunder machine that qualified at 380. All comes down to this. First round racing action, Rodax Custom Coffee A field. Singleton staged. Billington brings up the revs. On both sides, so we got a good match right here. And Singleton gets the win light, 389, 194.8 miles an hour to a 398 at 157.45. Ken Singleton got a little sideways out there, got it gathered back up and got back in the throttle, finishes with 194.8 mile per hour top end charge. Here we go with a double shot of nitro burners coming your way. Brandon Lewis is #3 in the points. If he has any hopes of being the champion, he's going to have to turn on the win light right now, as he's got the attitude adjuster Camaro set to go in the Skyler Signs lane. And John Umloff uncorked a 3-second run on his last time down the racetrack in that third and final qualifying round earlier in the day. Rolla, Missouri is the home for John Umloff and his team. They've run Outlaw Fuel Alters, run at Nitro for a lot of years. Decided to go funny car racing when Funny Car Chaos came around. And man, we are glad they did. It's Brandon Lewis's birthday. The best present he could get would be to get a few win lights here and take home the crown as the Funny Car Chaos champion. Got to get around John Umloff first, though. The Monza and the Camaro, the nitro burning Hemis. Umloff in the pre-stage position. Here comes the attitude adjuster. Brandon Lewis carefully puts it into the pre-stage position. They'll get him ready for launch. The attitude adjuster jumps off the starting line and held on for the win. That was close right there. 399 with a 5 as the candles went out on the attitude adjuster. 399 with a 5, 152 miles an hour. You could tell he was off the throttle by that mile per hour reading right there. And a 409 at 171.10, so John Umloff right there. And a margin of victory of 1/10 of a second, so Brandon Lewis gets the win line and gets to advance to the semifinal round in Rodax Custom Coffee A-Field competition. Doug Snyder with the Arius powered Monte Carlo out of Milligan, Colorado, qualified extremely well. people maybe reconsider whether to run that Rodak, not the Rodak, but the Arius. Chuck Lofton with a nitro burning Hemi. He's had his personal best runs. And a spot in the semifinal round for the winner of this match. Nitro car. There they go. Candles lit side by side and give it to the Colorado Monte Carlo. 376 at 196.6 miles an hour to a 392 at 189.6 up on the top end of the racetrack. Our car is coming to a safe stop and making the turn towards the exit. And a big win for Doug Schneider in the Monte Carlo on the tower side out of Milliken, Colorado. 376 at 196 beats a 392 at 189.6. We're going to move now to round one action in the Alky Digger B field with a pair of nitro burners leading us off, Tara Graves and Mark McElwee. The Nitro Bomber, all the way down from Vandalia, Michigan, is going to be in the Skyler Signs lane. And Tara Graves from Princeton, Texas, driving the car that came from Lakewood, Colorado. The High Heaven car of the Jackson family racing team. Tara qualified number 6 in the Alky Digger B field, and Mark McElwee qualified number 3 in Buzzy's Nitro Bomber. Tara Graves making her competition debut in Funny Car Chaos competition. High Heaven has visited the winner's circle in Funny Car Chaos competition with an Alky Digger B field victory. Keith Jackson was behind the butterflies at that time. Mark McElwee has been runner-up in Central Illinois Dragway and is running to the semifinals in 2 other events. High Heaven and Buzzy's Bomber, and the Nitro Bomber gets the win light 410 with a 1 at 189 miles an hour. To a 418 with a 9 at 167.7 for Tara Graves in the High Heaven car. So a starting line advantage for Tara Graves, a 104 60 foot. Mark McElwee had gone around by 60 foot. Tara was coming back at half track, was in the 275 to 276 on the lap time, and at the finish line a 410 beats a 418. Next pair up with Alky Digger B field funny car action. This should be a barn burner right here as we've got Nitro Nick Bolson from San Antonio, America, driving the bucket list Dodge Avenger funny car. And Steve Tomosic in the Detroit Tiger car from Michigan. Qualified in the number 5 spot at a 403. So they qualified within a 100th of a second of each other. Nitro car on the tower side, the alcohol car on the spectator side. Set for action. Gary Doak gives his pilot the okay. It's all you, buddy. Put it in the pre-stage. Bucket List versus Detroit Tiger. Pre-stage. Revs come up on the Tiger, and the Bucket List car turns on the... Remember, green lights on both sides, and a great match right here. Give it to the Bucket List. 4:02 to 4:04. 051 on the reaction time, so Nitro Nick got the job done from his office. Tomosic in the Detroit Tiger caught him by 60 foot and was ahead at the half-track point, but at the top end of the racetrack, the Nitro was just too much. A margin of victory of 3/100ths of a second, and a 4:02 beats a 4:04. third pair here in round one racing action of the Alky Digger B field. It's going to be Clay Cunningham. The Still Crazy Dodge qualified number 7 at a 4:19. Nick Johnson in the Prairie got in as an alternate and will take on Clay Cunningham. Johnson ran a 4:45 for his best number. Cunningham going to take the tower side, Zimmer Kubota lane. Saturday night funny cars here at North Star Dragway. It's the Best of Texas Barbecue Sauce Funny Car Chaos Championship Tour presented by Redline Shirt Club. Got the Prairie Fire car. No stranger to the late rounds in Funny Car Chaos competition as Nick Johnson wound up being runner-up at the second race of the year at Mocan Dragway back in April. So Nick would love to find himself in another final round in the Alky Digger B field here at the championship finals. Clay Cunningham going to have something to say about that. His wife Whitney backs him up into his tracks there. It's first round action. At stake is a trip to the semifinals. Still Crazy out of Dumas, Texas. The Prairie Fire car from Hereford, Texas. The driver from Orleans, Nebraska. Nick Johnson in the pre-stage. Here comes Clay to turn on the top bulb. We got 3 bulbs lit. Now 4 out of it. And Clay Cunningham with a big hole shot gets to the finish line first. A 4:18 at 171 beats a 4:47 at 155.9 miles an hour. So Clay Cunningham with a big hole shot was long gone. Had a performance advantage and just extended that lead. But Still Crazy and still rolling. Clay Cunningham goes to the semifinals. Cunningham going to race the Nitro Bomber. Our next pair set to go down the racetrack in competition in the Alky Digger B field. Gonna be Todd Parker on the tower side in the back in black Corvette, taking on the nitro burning blown scentless car out of the land of enchantment. Ray Stringer and the team burning that pop through that rat motor. They're running alcohol in the Hemi and the back in black Corvette. Who's going to make it to the semifinal? Let's find out right now. Barker on the left, Stringer on the right. Candles lit for both competitors, and the win light comes on for the Corvette. 424 beats a 437. And the win light did not come on for the blown scentless team, but I think they probably got a smile on their face with a 437 at 168 miles an hour. But bigger smiles all around for Todd Barker and the family from Marlow, Oklahoma with a 424 as the car finally did what they thought it would do and goes 170 miles an hour to find a spot in the semi-final round. What a match. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with the first car down the racetrack in our C field. Backup girl doing a great job out there, and Matt Nissen ready to take that CarQuest Auto Parts running down a Dream Corvette down the racetrack. There's two parts to this here C field. One is get a win light. Matt Nissen has got that part taken care of as he drew the bye run with an odd number of cars. The next part of that equation is to have one of the two quickest winning elapsed times. So we'll see what the running down a Dream Corvette does, as they've already been down the racetrack in under 4.5 minutes. Got a flash of amber, and the Corvette heading down the 660 to a 452 at 155 miles an hour. So Matt Nissen with the Rodak powered Chevy Corvette scores the first shot, a win light and a 452. Gonna be a pair coming at you right now here in the C field with Jordan Ballou and Jeff Cameron bringing their funny cars to life. Jordan Ballou is going to be on the tower side in the Zimmer Kubota lane, and Jeff Cameron and Magnolia Missile going to be over on the spectator side in the Skylar Science lane. Magnolia Missile and Ballou Thunder. The number to beat right now is 452. So the driver that wins this pair, if they go quicker than 452 with a 7.5, will definitely have an opportunity to run in the final round of the C field. The Dry Hop King out of Bartlesville, Oklahoma. Doing the dry hops and bringing the Ballou Thunder Chevy Nova up to the line on the tower side. Magnolia Missile. Dooley & Sons Hot Rod Shop. Pontiac Trans Am funny car on the spectator side in the Skylar Signs lane. Got a 452 and a win light posted by Matt Nissen, Jordan Ballou, and Jeff Cameron. Got to get a win light so it matters. At the top end, it's the Magnolia Missile with a 448 with a 9, 158 miles an hour. So a 448 with a win light. That's your best number right there. Mike Buchanan bringing the Hombre up to the starting line. Looking for a run quicker than 452. Off the throttle early after 330 to the half track point, 551 at 94.4 miles an hour. Here we go, race fan. It's time for the semi-final round, the Alky Digger B field of funny cars. It's going to be Clay Cunningham and Mark McElwee. Cars come to life. McElwee takes the spectator side in that good-looking 66 Chevy 2 Fuzzy's Nitro Bomber. And on the tower side from Dumas, Texas, Clay Cunningham. Clay Cunningham qualified in the number 7 spot with a 419 and took out Nick Johnson in the first round of Alky Digger B field action. Mark McElwee qualified in the number 3 position and took out Tara Graves in round 1 as Tara was driving the high heaven. The nitro car on the right side, the alcohol burner on the left. Both cars using a Hemi power plant. McElwee using nitromethane for fuel, the alcohol burner underneath the Dodge body out of Dumas, Texas. There's one spot in the final for these two cars. Who is it going to be? It's 2 go down and 1 comes back. Texas on the left, Michigan on the right. Regular competitors in funny car chaos becoming more and more. involved in our series. So Clay Cunningham, ready to bring his car up to the pre-stage position. The Nitro Bomber in the pre-stage, ready and waiting. Here we go. 2 bulbs lit. Now we are moving into the stage position. And they go. And Clay Cunningham goes A to B in 4:17 at 170 miles an hour. And tire smoke at the hit for the Nitro Bomber. So 687 at 76 miles an hour, but that was over when he struck the tires right at the hit. So a tough break right there for Mark McElwee, but a great red light comes on for the team out of Dumas, Texas, the Still Crazy team. 4:17, 170 miles an hour, and a spot in the final round. And the fires are lit. Nitro Nick Colson's going to be on the tower side in the Nitro Burner, the bucket list. And on the spectator side, Todd Parker in the back in black Corvette. Double shot of him coming at you right now. Todd Parker got to the semifinal with a first round win light over Ray Stringer in the blown scentless car. Todd qualified in the number 8 spot in the Alky Digger B field with a 4:31. Nitro Nick qualified in the 4th spot and got a win light over Steve Tomozik in the Detroit Tiger car in the first round. Nitro Nick and Todd Barker. Bucket list versus back in black. We've already got an alcohol burner in the final round with Clay Cunningham out of Dumas, Texas, taking the first win light of the semifinals in the Alky Digger B field. Who is it going to be against Clay Cunningham in the final? The Texas car on the tower side, the Oklahoma car on the spectator side. Back in black, bucket list. It was over at the start with the back in black car going red and Nitro Nick going 398. So Todd Barker going forward on the Christmas tree. Leaves a little early, turns on the red light. That puts a win light on the tower side in the Zimmer Kubota lane for the bucket list car. So it's Texas versus Texas in the final round of the Alky Digger B field of funny cars. Semi-final round action here in the Rodex Custom Coffee A field. It's going to be the high risk. The Chevy Monte Carlo bodied funny car out of Chickasha, Oklahoma. Running against the Texas legend, the Blue Max. Ronnie Young and the team over on the spectator side. Qualified number 8. In the Rodex Custom Coffee A field, but they went a 387. Ken Singleton qualified in the number 5 spot at 383. So these cars very closely matched. Ken Singleton came in as the points leader, and he's looking to close the deal to become the first ever champion in the Best of Texas Barbecue Sauce Funny Car Chaos Championship Tour, presented by Redline Shirt Club. The Nitro Burner from Texas on the right side. Ronnie Young in the Blue Max. Undefeated in 2018 and the 4 runner-up in 2019. The high risk, your points leader, Ken Singleton, first in the pre-stage. Now we're almost funny cars down the racetrack, and the win light goes to Ken Singleton. 376 at 200 miles an hour to a 380 at 195.6. 5 miles an hour, a margin of victory of 1/10 of a second. And Ken Singleton goes to his 5th final round of 2019, Ronnie Young right there at the finish line, 380 at 195 miles an hour, just not quite enough. And Ken Singleton puts an exclamation point on his season with one more exclamation point possible. Our next pair coming to life, it's going to be Doug Schneider from Milliken, Colorado, bringing his Arias-powered Monte Carlo to the starting line over here on the tower side in the Zimmer Kubota lane. Brandon Lewis, the nitro-burning attitude adjuster out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, going to heat up the hides on the spectator side of the Skyler Signs lane. Rocking and rolling on a North Star Saturday night at Funny Car Chaos. Brandon Lewis would like nothing better than to make it an all-Oklahoma final round. Doug Schneider's been playing spoiler all day long. As where did this car come from? Well, it came from Colorado, and it came for real. Running 526 cubic inches of Arias power plant. You don't see that or hear that very much. But man, have they put on a show at North Star Dragway this weekend at the Entech Oils Championship Finals. Brandon Lewis, the attitude adjuster, got the body up, adjustments made, body down. Jessica Lewis going to guide her husband towards that pre-stage line. Colorado on the left, Oklahoma on the right. We've already got one Oklahoma car into the final round with Ken Singleton. Now, who is it going to be? Monte Carlo or Chevy Camaro? Arias or Hemi? Revs come up for Schneider. Nitro car puts it into the fourth. There we go, a little pedal for the attitude adjuster, and he has to get out of the throttle. So a 384 with a 6 at 193 miles an hour puts Doug Schneider into the final round at his first ever Funny Car Chaos event. Comes out of Colorado, comes to play for keeps, and man, finds himself into the final round. So it's going to be Oklahoma versus Colorado in your final round of Rodax Custom Coffee A-Field Funny Car. It's the Seafield, brought to you by Entech, Tony Lewis Collision and Paint, Two Brothers Landscaping, Still Crazy Racing, Weeks Racing, NFW Motorsports, Dragon Slayer Racing, and Baloo Thunder Racing. We're down to a final round. It's going to be Matt Nissen on the tower side racing Jeff Cameron from Magnolia, Texas. It's going to be Running Down a Dream versus Magnolia Missile. Both of these cars running big block Chevys for power. Two great contestants in the best dressed backup girl competition right here on the track right now. Magnolia Missile and Running Down a Dream. They got here with the quickest runs in the first round of this Seafield Chicago-style format. Two quickest winners squaring off for the winnings in the Seafield. $1,150 goes to the winner. $750 to the runner-up, Jeff Cameron. Matt Nissen bringing it into the running position. Green lights on. And up at the top end of the racetrack, it's going to be Magnolia Missile with a 448 at 155 to Matt Nissen's 455 at 157. So a good match right there. A starting line advantage and an ET advantage gets it done. So congratulations in the C field. Runner-up Matt Nissen running down a dream. And to your C field winner, Jeff Cameron in the Magnolia Missile. Here we go, race fans. Final round, Alky Digger B field of funny cars. Going to be Nitro Nick Polison in the bucket list car of Gary and Susan Doak out of Kerrville, Texas, taking the Tower side, Zimmer Kubota lane. And Clay Cunningham from Dumas, Texas, Team Still Crazy. And Clay Cunningham doing the big burnout over on the spectator side. And the bucket list car will fire it up and get ready to go. Nitro Nick and Clay Cunningham in the final. And the word goes out, shut off the Still Crazy as there is a leak. So the bucket list car comes to life, comes through the water. Short burnout for Team Bucket List. Clay Cunningham has the car shut off because of a leak. So it's going to be a competition by run. And your Alky Digger B field winner is going to be the Bucket List team from Kerrville, Texas, with their driver from San Antonio, Nitro Nick, getting his first win of the 2019 racing season, adding it to a win from 2018 at Amarillo Dragway, also in the Alky Digger B field. Final round, Nitro burning funny car on the Tower side, set to take the light. Candles lit, and the bucket list car goes 402 at 183.9 miles an hour to put the bucket list car into the winner's circle as your champion at the Entech Oils Championship Finals of Funny Car Chaos. Congratulations, Gary and Susan Doak and all the team from the bucket list as your champion in Alky Digger B Field Funny Car. Final round of the night in the Best of Texas Barbecue Sauce Funny Car Chaos Championship Tour. Presented by Redline Shirt Club, here comes your points champion, Ken Singleton, to race Doug Schneider. This will be the 5th final round of the season for Team High Risk. And when I say Team High Risk, it is a family effort. It is a team effort. They ran boats, they ran Outlaw Fuel Alters, and this funny car deal is working out pretty well for Team High Risk. Bringing that Monte Carlo around the country from Chickasha, Oklahoma, and claiming the points championship here in 2019. The icing on the cake would be to make a trip to the winner's circle as the winner of the event. But I gotta tell you, it's no small task to take out the Monte Carlo on the spectator side, as Doug Schneider came down from Milliken, Colorado, entered the race just before the race began, and showed up here at North Star Dragway dressed to thrill. Good looking Monte Carlo funny car running an Arius engine and running in the 3.7 second zone with seeming ease. Singleton in the Hemi, Schneider in the Arius. 3 lines up And an epic throwdown, and it's the first win light in a final round of 2019 for Ken Singleton. So the icing on the cake for your champion as Ken Singleton drives the high-risk Monte Carlo through the lights into the winner's circle with a 374 at 201.79 miles an hour. And Doug Snyder right there at 390 with a 188.36 miles an hour. An epic final round with Rodax Custom Coffee A-Field Funny Cars. Congratulations, Doug Snyder and the team from Colorado, and to your champion in tonight's event and for the 2019 season, Team High Risk and Ken Singleton.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, I'm sure he would react that pretty good.
How about that, everybody? We're loving funny car chaos.
Good. On behalf of Entech barbecue sauce, great job, dude. Great job, team.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Ken.
Thanks, John.
You're welcome.
Here's another $5 grand on top of that.
Yeah.